You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
Alright, so what new voice do we get this time? And this is a new world. So the meat world is not where we are this time. I'm excited to see like how many different worlds there are.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We
Cheated.
kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
I do wish that we had been able to kill her. I wonder if there is a way to kill her. Maybe if you let her possess you and then stab yourself? Would she need to be corporeal inside you? I don't know. We might try that one again at some other time.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
I mean, last time we only had 3 worlds that we went through, so it's very possible that this will be our last one here.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of
Thank you so much for being here.
cosmic busy work.
I feel like the narrator is probably in the background like, what the fuck? Why are they talking about like they've just done this
I
before?
think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
I also love that the cheetah is like distinctly more Cockney.
Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
I mean, they did say we were happy in the tedium.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
Exactly.
Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring.
It would be boring.
It was bullshit. So you killed yourself? Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Is it fake? I don't think
Okay,
it's fake.
let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seemed to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
I'm not ready to try turning around and leave. I want to ask the narrator if he's the same narrator from the
If
other
I had to
loops.
make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
That's not an answer.
That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
It's very quantum.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Stu, why should we help you?
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
Okay, I'm gonna believe him this time because I am currently on team kill the princess.
Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything. I mean, He did promise. And you believed him?
I guess let's proceed to the cabin this
You
time.
continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
I think the narrator's kind of done with us. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up? I want to know if he's just given up.
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
I'm not gonna let her out. I'm
Look at
gonna
that.
try to kill her again.
We won. Take it however you will.
Oh my god, we finally got options here instead of just entering the cabin. And I didn't notice.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
I love how out of place the mirror looks.
The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there's a mirror at the end of this hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
Interesting.
What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, that's what I'd do.
I love the voice of the cheated.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here?
That's a really, really good question.
Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
I love this hallway, and I love that there's some camera fuckiness you can see in the curve of the floor and like the curve of the ceiling.
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others.
I also feel like with every sequential universe we go to, so like we're in the third one now, I feel like with every sequential universe, the warbling on lines gets more and more.
I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
I love that the period is on the next line down.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go.
Someday we'll be able to actually see our reflection.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Rude.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
I love our legs. I want to see more of our character. And I want to see more of the world, because, like, we're not human. So, like, would the world end for humans? Would it become a monster world if we kill her? If we don't kill her, does it just, like, do the humans kill all of us? Like, I want to understand why the world would end.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse.
We have such long toe talons. I love them.
Well, maybe a lot worse.
A lot worse, honey.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
I don't blame her for being mad, but I also really don't want to be possessed.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
There is not a blade. And I don't think she's massively corporeal again either.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas. I think my vote's the only one.
He's the only one voting, and thus he's the only one that gets a say. I'm gonna struggle. I want to try to reason with her this time.
You violently struggle against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
I mean, she's corporeal right now. We could definitely kick her in the face.
It's so easy to make you squirm. But I won't be crueler than I have to be. I don't even want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Her third-tier designs are so good.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Not me.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
Did indeed.
Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Oh, those, like, very, very brief images and words are so well done.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. So cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Yeah. Oh.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
We could kill ourselves, maybe.
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
And how do you do that? You don't have a will to wield. Your soul is in drain of courage.
I love how muffled her voice is.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
It does stop her. And I would rather do that than let her out.
There. Move. Now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
It's definitely bad. Let's throw our body into the abyss. I'm gonna do anything to stop her
In a
this time.
single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers
Capillaries.
tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
I don't know if you guys have ever torn a muscle. It sucks a lot. It hurts so much. Tearing the muscle in my knee, which is a story that I will share another time, was undoubtedly the most pain I've ever experienced.
Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
But you don't win.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Sorry, the narrator's telling me to do it.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
I mean, she's technically out.
What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted this.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? And why is that?
You took a better time into your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me.
I love that.
Idiot.
The falling's getting smaller, though.
He's gone. But
Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
Yeah, the hands. Delivery. But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I'm gonna reassure them.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort them.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Let's do that.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. So, this is all going to work out? Whatever makes you happy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. Interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I want to ask that one.
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I want to ask, what does it feel like to change?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
Alright, let's go ahead and ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Again, the period's on a different line. It's obviously just like automated text splitting. But I don't know why they didn't notice and fix that. I'm wondering if the text width is dynamic, like the box that the text goes in is dynamic based on how large your screen is. And like, this is not currently full screen for me. This is actually windowed. They don't have the option of borderless windowed, so it's just a normal windowed mode so that I can see my chat, because that's the only way I can see my chat. So if it's dynamic, that would make sense. But if it's not dynamic, then it's just they didn't catch this.
We will meet again.
Oh god. Everything goes dark and you die. That keeps surprising me.